Welcome to day 24 of Grow Your Own Food Challenge. I've got baby chickens in that incubator, and today I'm going to show you how I set up the brooder. So here's the brooder. The first thing I do is add wood shavings in. Spread them all around evenly. After the wood shavings are in, I want to put my heat plate in. So this is my heat plate that you've seen in other videos. So I just plug it in and it gets warm underneath there. I've already got my cover over it, so when they hop up there and make a mess, it's not going to dirty the thing. And I'll just plug that in now and that can start getting warm. In this brooder, I've got these little chains and bars, so I can move these bars back and forth, and then I can use the chains to go left and right. And then I can then also use the chains to go up and down. So basically I can hang feeders and drinkers exactly where I want them. So let's add some feeders and drinkers in here. Drinker number 1 and drinker number 2. Okay, so I've got 2 drinkers and 1 feeder. I'm now going to put down some paper, and what I use the paper for is to sprinkle some feed on. This is great for when they first come in. I give them a drink, put them on the paper, they can start eating the feed, and then after about 20 minutes or something, they'll run under there and get warm. Okay, so I've got the paper down, and I'll just sprinkle a bit of feed. What you can do, you can put paper over everywhere, but this is the setup which I seem to be doing at the moment, and I think it works quite well. I just do a little bit of paper sort of under the feeder, just out from the chick heat plate, because when they manure, it's better for them to sort of do their poos straight on the sawdust, because it doesn't really absorb into the paper very well. So, but the paper's good for them to look down and pick up the food. So this is the setup. I sort of dip their beak in the water, put them here, and they'll start eating, and then they'll move under the heat plate. Okay, so what I've got set up here, I've got a little box right next to the incubator. I'm going to quickly take this lid off, and then any chicks that are fluffed up, which they're no longer wet, I'm going to take out of the incubator, put in the box, and then put the lid straight back on. So I don't want to spend a long time with that lid off, because I want to keep those other eggs warm. So let's do this. Now I'll quickly show you, I'm going to leave this chick in here. See how it's not quite fluffed up, it's still a little bit wet. So I'm just going to compare it to this one, where you can see next to it it's nice and fluffy. I'm going to leave that black one in there for another 24 hours to fluff up. So I'm going to put the lid back on now. Okay, so I've got a few chickens in the box. So I just get the chicken and I just dip its beak in the water, and I'll just put it down there, and it can walk back to the water, or it can have a little bit of something to eat if it wants, and I'll just do that with all the chickens. Okay, so while those chickens are settling into the brooder, I want to talk about the incubator. So I've got about 100 eggs in there, and I've probably pulled out 11 chicks. So a lot of you could be saying, what's going on? That's not a very good hatch rate. I don't remember the exact time of day that I put the incubator on, but it's going to make a little bit of a difference whether I put it on at 5 AM or 5 PM. There could be sort of a 12-hour window. I can see in there that some of the eggs have got a little point on them, and that's the chick trying to come out. So what's going to happen over the next 12 to 24 hours, there's going to be a lot more hatch. Hopefully a lot more are going to hatch. So basically what I do, I'll take the chicks out of there once in a 24-hour period. So I've taken them out now, and sometime tomorrow I'm going to open it up again and take all the fluffy ones out. Then I'll do it a third time, and anything on the 3rd day of hatch, so today's the 1st day of hatch, tomorrow's the 2nd, any on the 3rd day that haven't hatched, I'm just going to discard those eggs. So in case you're wondering, going, hang on, he's got 11 chickens out of the 100, pretty bad hatch rate, please tune in tomorrow and we'll get a bit of an update. Okay, so the chicks have been in here for probably about 10 minutes now. They've quietened down. Most of them went under the heat plate. I just pushed a few more under. You'll find they'll just settle down and go to sleep. The other thing I've just added into the brooder is a light here. This is actually just a desk lamp, and where, oh, the switch is over behind here. There we go, the light's on. What this is good for, so like most of the time at night, the chickens are going to be under there sleeping, but in case a chicken comes out, I don't want it to get disorientated and then stuck down that end. When the light's on, at least they can see. Chickens can't see in the dark. So I just have that light on for the first couple of weeks, just so they can familiarise themselves with their surroundings, and then you'll find after a while at night, they'll all just go under the chick plate to go, that's where we're going to sleep. So I'm right just to shut that lid down now. Okay, once that lid's shut down, you can see at the front of the brooder, we've got this viewing window. This acts as two things. One, I can look through and have a look at what's going on with the chickens. It also acts as a good air vent, so I can open and close this. So in the middle of winter, I can simply close it up. So 21 days ago, you saw those eggs go into the incubator. Here we are, 21 days later. There's chickens that have come out, they're in the brooder. Stay tuned tomorrow and I'll show you how many chickens we get out of the incubator tomorrow. Thanks for watching.